Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Anshu, how are you doing?
Better.
Better? Energetic?
Yeah. Not so energetic, but yeah, I think when I started this this nature cure and all, at that time I used to feel just too tired. I think the same pace I'm feeling from last 10-15 days.
Yeah. How much fruits are you consuming?
Lot of food from here and there is happening. Actually, some celebration, something is going on. Big family, right? So some birthdays and then this and that. Yeah.
So I thought you're talking about the summer is a fruit celebration normally. Lot of fruits in summer, right?
Yeah, fruits. Yes. So I'm morning and evening. I'm only eating mangoes and lychees.
Yes. Lychees are also very delicious these days.
Yeah.
So Nandini, how are you doing?
Yes. Very well, sir. My table is full of fruit.
Yeah. Just
I can't
show a glimpse.
bear the idea.
Show a glimpse of the table. तो रिवर्स कैमरा यूज कर लेते. अच्छा हाँ.
See. Okay, reverse camera is here.
अभी एजुकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी का मॉड्यूल चल रहा है, so
yeah, I have to get more.
Very nice, very delicious.
So, this is one, but the rest of it is in the fruit.
So what are the varieties of mangoes? Kesri and Langda?
No, sir, we are growing Chausa.
Chausa. Chausa here.
And Daseri. And the Kesar one is just there at the peak, actually, just over the peak at the moment.
Yes.
And the Ratnagiri has just got over. You know, the last bit is still coming, Alfonso's. But the best is these Safedas, which are called Baganpalli from Andhra.
Safeda, that yellow ones, right?
Yes, this one
We
here.
get a lot of them here.
They are nice, fat. Yes, very nice, big ones. Then there is Sinduri from Kerala. That's also excellent.
Sinduri is also called Gulab Khas? No?
And maybe, but there is one Imam Pasand.
It's like the top portion is little red and the rest of the portion is green. Yeah, that's
and smaller in size.
Yes, that's called Gulab Khas here. Gulab Khas.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
But my problem is basically when fruit is taken out unripe. So this is an organic mango. It's double the price, but unripe. So it has no flavor and no fragrance. So if I was a monkey, I wouldn't be attracted towards this at all.
Yes. You have to keep it for some time.
I reject this. And this one is
keeping it on the table for some time, like a couple of days.
No, sir. I'm getting your question even before you asked. The thing is, when the fruit is not even reached the stage of ripening, it is not going to ripen. It is going to remain this raw. It is getting wrinkly skin. So it will never be. So my whole problem with the growers is this only, that because of transportation, they harvest fruit unripe. And so I cannot promote unripe fruit because it's going to create far more problems for the body than this thing. Now, look at this one. This is Desi mango, this tiny thing.
Yes.
This is from our trees. So this is like... we don't allow.
That's the best quality. I also get here, it drops from the tree and we eat. That's the.
Sir, dropping is the best, but just before that, 2-3 days before that is ideal for transportation, keeping at home, because then it is going to ripen. You know what I mean? It is actually, ripening is a process which begins at a certain time. So if harvesting is before that time, the ripening will not take place. Those the creation of those hormones will not begin. So no flavor, nothing.
Okay. So you are proposing that there should be a time specific plucking, not before it. Like it's just before ripening, but giving a time for the transportation is ideal.
No. what I'm saying is just when the ripening begins,
Yeah.
that is the time the fruit is hard also, so it can be transported without damage. But if it is in the raw state, it is plucked, then it is hard like stone. Like you look at all the papayas and all which we get, they have no flavor, but they are artificially ripened, so they look very yellow and very beautiful from outside. So that's what I mean. Even at our farms, we have papayas, but we are looking for the
like it's
desi.
very impractical to expect the business houses will go for this, you know, because
No.
yeah.
It's not that, sir. Business houses go for that or not. Fruit and vegetables is something which is very specific. It is not a product. So here we have to be, we can't randomly say, okay, 10 trees, get rid of all the fruit of those 10 trees. It doesn't happen like that. You, the farmer, and of course us consumers, if we are paying that extra, this thing, like I told you, this is organic and I'm paying extra amount, but I do not want it raw. So what I request the grower is to have it on the tree for another week. I am committed to buying 50 kilos. That's the only thing I am asking for. And it doesn't become, soft or damaged or anything like that. So I can demand it, but the market cannot get such stuff. Yes.
But what is
So
my
that
concern?
is why the farmer.
What is my concern is that everywhere Nandini like committed people will not be there.
We are the mad people. But sir, there has to be a demand, there has to be a connect between the grower and the consumer. You can't just randomly think, ki, haan, chalo, ab ye ho gaya, and I'm just eating whatever. This is not going to give us many nutrients, certainly. This is what I understand, because there is no fragrance and there is just that wrinkly thing. It is sour. It is not satisfying me.
Got it.
So what's the point?
No, that's fine. I understand your logic. I understand very much. But practically, practically, I'm just.
No, so practically, the thing is that if the distance is like about 100, 150 kilometers, we are doing mangoes also this season. So we already have orders which are booked. So the chosa is the one we are going to be supplying. That we are going to give only by about 25th of June, not before that. So it's on the tree. Everything is there. And
but even on the tree also, all the fruits do not ripe together.
Yes, absolutely. So,
so
that's why I said
the plucker, the who is going to pluck,
has to know.
Should know when to pluck. Yeah.
This also is from our trees. Now look at the color. This is already ripened. It's an early fruit.
So it is ripened on the tree.
It's ripened on the tree. Yes. Yes. So 2-3 days before it has been plucked, and now it is ripening. But this sinduri will never reach the ripening stage because it was plucked 3 weeks before its time.
I understand. Yeah.
So much.
Great. So today I think rest of the people are not going to join. Rashi and Shilpi messaged, but Vinal and Deepa, I don't know what is the status. So Anshu, I think you are well conversant with education technology, right? That's why you were skipping also comfortably the module.
No, not like that.
No,
actually,
normally it's very are you comfortable or not with handling the education?
Yeah.
Being a technical background.
Yeah.
So could you go through the Google Workspace recordings that we tried to explore? No,
I did not get time. Yeah.
Right. So Nandini, should we just walk through how to do it on the mobile only? Are you available, Nandini? So yeah, Anshu, what we covered so far in the educational technology, that we started with the understanding of Google Workspace. So Google Workspace is nothing but a pen drive on the cloud that you have.
Yeah. So I think the first one I was there. The second one I missed.
Okay. So it's a 15 GB pen drive that we use across the devices, and we can use it for the Word document. We can use it for the PowerPoint presentation, like for the purpose of facilitation we are talking about. Otherwise, there are n numbers of applications in Google Workspace. We are not covering everything, but we are just covering which are useful for facilitation in terms of educational technology. So
first day we had covered documents, right?
Right.
Google Doc.
Google Doc.
And I think last week you did slides because I saw some.
Yes.
Some conversation on that.
Yes.
Okay.
So slide and Google Drive. So now you see in the session, there are 3 logins from my side. One is from laptop, other is from iPad, and the third one is from phone. Nandini, are you there? Nandini muted and went somewhere.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
I disappear.
So today, what we'll go. So I was just sharing with Ansu that from my side there are 3 logins in the session from laptop, phone, and iPad. If you see, I have renamed those accordingly. So now today, let's begin with till the time others are joining. Let's revise the same Google Workspace in terms of the document and the presentation on the phone. So we will be using it on the phone only, because Nandini wants it to use only using her phone, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to share my phone screen. This is the phone screen. Now you have a Google folder. Do you see this Google folder?
Yeah.
On your phone, Nandini.
Yes.
You'll have a Google folder. For iPhone, the Google folder doesn't come by default, but you can create always. Like all Google apps will be clubbed together in this Google folder. Does iPhone offer this Google folder, Anshu?
No.
It doesn't. So you can
but
create a folder.
Does club similar apps together. So I see that there is something.
Yeah, and which you also can create. You can also create a folder and club together the app. So here basically the Google folder contains all the Google apps. As you see, the Google search engine is also there. Then this one, this Gmail is there, Map is there, then YouTube. The Google Drive is the primary thing that we are now trying to understand. Google Drive is a place where all the folders, files that you create on Google Workspace will be saved. And this is going to be used for the purpose of the facilitation in terms of use of document and the slide or the presentation, right? So Nandini, you use an Android, right? Sorry. So this particular drive we are going to enter into. Now, if the drive is not installed, Nandini, if you do not find the drive on your phone for some reason, maybe it's some other version of Android or iPhone, if you do not find, then on the Play Store you will be able to install the Google Drive. It can be installed, and as it is for Android or even for iPhone also, you have to give an email ID and mostly people give a Gmail ID. So for Android, it is a Gmail ID that you have used and signed up for your phone. So the same email ID, which is Gmail ID, will have a provision of 15 GB users on the cloud. So now let's go into the drive. Now, yeah, in this drive, when you enter, you will find if you have created any okay, let me go to another profile which doesn't have much folders. Let's go back, because we had been working on this particular folder which says 2021-2022 RFP. This folder. So we are going inside it, and this third module is started working, and third module is shared with everyone. Nandini, are you able to follow?
Yes.
No? Because this particular discussion is primarily for you. Who wants to do it on the mobile only, which is very convenient and user friendly. So up to here, could you follow or not? That the Google Drive app is already installed on your mobile. Google Drive app. If it is not available, then you can download it from the Play Store.
This I think is there, yeah.
Right. So now when you open that Google Drive app, then you will find a lot of folders like this. Now below, do you see home, starred, shared files option? Just look at the Zoom screen.
Yeah. Home, start, shared files, yes.
Right. So here the start, the shared option, if you click, then you will find here the same 2021-2022 RFP folder, because that one is shared with you. Sorry, this one is already shared, which you will find under the shared folder, where you can start working. Otherwise, you can start creating any number of folder in your inside your Google Drive. So now if we go inside this particular folder, then we'll see the third module, which is shared with you. The third module also will be enlisted in the shared, under the shared. So this is not in respect to this particular folder, but in every folder, you will have the same interface, where you see a plus option at the below. You see a plus option. So if you touch that, then you will find a lot of options here. I've just touched the plus option. Plus means create new. Now what you are going to create? You can create a folder. You can upload any files that you have on the mobile or on the computer whatsoever. Here in this case, the mobile only. You can scan also using your phone's camera. And then below this Google Doc, Google Sheet, and Google Slide. So we were discussing about the Google Doc and Google Slide. Google Doc is the replacement of the Word document, where you can just keep on taking notes, writing your plans for the for any facilitation that you want to go for. Are you able to follow this?
Okay.
Are you able to follow?
Yes.
So under the create new, you can create Google Docs, Google Slide. Just focus on to these two things for now. Other things you can explore. We'll understand the Google Sheet also in few of the sessions, where we'll understand the other aspect, like for example, the commercial aspect and all. This is actually replacement of the Excel sheet. Microsoft Excel is can be replaced with the Google Sheets.
Okay.
Now, Google Doc is the Word document replacement, and where you can just keep writing. You remember you used to write on the notes or any field, all the assignments of level 2, I remember. The big submissions were used to be there from your side, but that was only on a field of a Google survey sheet.
Yeah.
So the same writing can be possible on the Google Doc. Are you able to follow? Are you able to follow?
Okay.
So, for example, here you see the test document. Do you see the test document that we have created on the first day, very first day? So, which was actually a planning for a okay, the test document did not have anything, just we kept on typing. So this is just a simple typing work that we have done. Then we did this Zoom orientation folder, where we started creating a presentation for Zoom orientation, where the Zoom orientation planning was on the Google Doc. We have planned a dummy planning. It was that we'll discuss about the signing up, we'll discuss about the installing of app, then we'll discuss about the new meeting, how to launch a new meeting, then in meeting tools, audio setting, video settings, screen sharing. These 7 topics we decided to discuss. So this was the planning. Now based on this, now coming to the slide. After clicking the plus is the create new option at the below. Do you see that? Do you see this plus?
Yes.
This one. Now, if you click this, then you will find the options again. The Google Doc we discussed. Now Google Slide is the presentation, the new presentation that you can create. We were creating a new presentation when we were working on the breathing presentation, remember? Then your daughter did it for you.
Yes.
The presentation. Now you can easily do it using your phone only. So what we have done in this particular folder, we have created a presentation called Zoom orientation. Do you see? In this particular folder, there are 2 files. One is Zoom orientation named as doc, this one. And another is the Zoom orientation, which is a slide. That means the presentation. Now let's open it. It's a simple presentation slides that you see in front of you, and that can be actually used to create a presentation. I'm just changing the orientation so that the whole screen can be captured. So, are you able to follow, or you have any question or doubt? Tell me. Are you comfortable or no? Tell us freely, like what is the hesitation or yeah.
How can we start a Zoom meeting, a fresh Zoom meeting? That's not covered here, no?
No, that's not covered. That's today we are going to cover. But here, the portion of Google Drive, just try and answer these 3 questions, these 3 things about these 3 things. One is the Google Drive. Then within the Google Drive, creating a shared folder. In shared folder, you will find the folders which are shared with you. For example, the 3rd module is shared with you. which you will find in the under the shared folder. Now, how to create a document and a presentation? Could you understand that or not? When you go inside the Google Drive or any folder within the Google Drive, you'll find a plus option at the below. Clicking that plus option, you have the options to create Google Doc or slide. No. Unmute. Unmute.
Yeah, because the dog is barking.
Dog is?
The dog is barking outside.
Dog is barking. Okay. Yeah. So could you understand the things or not, like so far? No. Repeat question. Otherwise, I'll not be able to understand that whether you have understood or not. Hi, Binal. Latecomer, first time.
Yes, I completely forgot.
Oh,
Slipped out of
really?
my mind.
Forgot. I thought you were busy. Anyway, yeah, Nandini.
So far, I mean, theoretically, I seem to, I made a flowchart. I should be able to figure this out.
Yes, so you have to do it yourself. Within the third module folder, create a Word document, create a slide, then only it will be clearer for you. You know, listening to this will not serve any purpose. You will not be able to understand, right? Now, today we'll be understanding the Zoom. So while understanding the slide, we started creating a Zoom, and then I added few more screenshots. So we'll be taking up that Zoom presentation today. So Binal, so far we had been revising the concepts that we tried to understand, just how we can create Google Drive, Google folder, and the Google Doc and the slide using just mobile, not any other device. That's what we covered. You can just, if you are interested, then you can see the recording for that. So Anshu, do you have any reflection, anything to share? Question?
No questions. It's clear.
Otherwise, also it's clear for you.
Yeah.
Right. So let me stop sharing this one. I think 7 minutes are left, so we can start some discussion, then we can continue. So yeah, I'm just going to open my well, yesterday while working on this particular presentation for Zoom, I found a new feature added by Zoom, which is really new and is needful for any presenter, any online presenter. So I'm going to use that right now to do the presentation. Yeah. You understand this now? So this is a new feature came up, which actually,
wow.
yeah. So the presentation will be occupied. Yeah, so presentation will be the virtual background, and you can place your video at any corner or at any place of the screen, and you can start teaching. It's a beautiful feature I found. Have you seen this earlier? I saw it for the first time yesterday.
No, I'm also seeing for the first time.
Yeah. Right. So how to use Zoom? Now, Zoom can be used for online live meetings, hybrid meeting also. So hybrid meeting, when we say, that's a combination of online and offline. You can have few offline audience and you can have some online audience also on the session. So, so now what we are going to do,
With this feature that you have used, I can see two of you, one with the on the slide and one next to the slide. Just wondering, would that be um, for the someone who's seeing it, two of the presenter, I mean, live
yes,
things, would that
yes,
be?
on the live it will be like this only, but otherwise on the recording the second video will not come, you know. So what the presentation that you are seeing, that will be the recorded recorded interface, you know? So that's the beauty. So I've just used that how to use Zoom. This is for online and hybrid live meetings, but beyond that, Zoom has the capability to create your video contents. You know, this way you may go on creating your video contents without any participants, and just that video files can be stored and shared through the social media or otherwise. You understand that? We'll go through step by step with that processing also. But just to begin with, how to use Zoom. So one thing we must understand, that using Zoom, the sign up on the site is very much needed. So that is zoom.us site. Zoom dot. Are you able to see my cursor? I think no. No cursor is seen, right?
Yeah, can't see.
Yeah, there must be some pointer that we need to figure out. I'll figure it out later on. So on this interface also, there should be some pointer which can be used by the presenter. So anyway, the site is here, the zoom.us, where one needs to sign up. So as you, all of you have joined through Zoom only, so you all are signed up. Now post signing up, the app needs to be installed. So those who are not using it on the laptop, so for the laptop also one needs to install the app to use it comfortably and to its full extent. You know, the apps will have all the features by default. So when you download the app, this will be downloaded like this. The app interface is this, the right side box that you see. Then on the app, when you click the new meeting option, as it is boxed here, red boxed, then the new meeting will start. You know, the interface of the new meeting is this, the black one, the rectangle, the bigger rectangle on the right side. So now within the meeting, what are
I
the,
wanted to know, how did you end up getting that user ID to like your phone number as the login credentials? How did
oh
that?
yes, 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 yes. So that yeah. So how did it happen? Like when you buy a premium, normally we ended up using the free version because we found that there is no difference. There is nothing extra that we are getting if we are using the premium. But initially we purchased the premium version. So when you purchase a premium version, you have an option to customize your login ID. So what we did, we purchased premium for both the IDs. We have two IDs. Both the IDs we have purchased it, and after purchasing, immediately we change the ID to our phone number.